Good morning. I'm back again, and I must say that I have some time left to do another video, and it has to do a bit about sports and NHL hockey. Now, I just gone into the SportsIllustrated.com website, reading about strip about Alexander Ovechkin, sorry, and Washington Capitals. Now, as you all know, they're a few games back of getting securing a playoff spot behind Toronto and Columbus Blue Jackets. But I'm going to do something about Ovechkin. Now, as you all know, Alexander Ovechkin is from Russia, and he playing for Washington Capitals. And they say that, and this writer says that the captain should be stripped from title, should be stripped from him. And I think I would have to agree on his opinion because Alex Ovechkin, and I talked about this regarding Sidney Crosby being overrated. I would have to say the same thing for Alexander Ovechkin. He's way overrated, I think. I mean, as I said, like Sidney Crosby, he can score a lot of goals, and he has a lot of fancy tricks and moves to deke out goaltenders. But I would have to say he's way overrated, Alexander Ovechkin. Because, I mean, most times I've seen him play, and he hasn't been very consistent regarding leadership and keeping on playing or something like that. In his play, he hasn't been very consistent. I mean, I've seen a couple of playoff games with the Washington Capitals, and sure they won some games, but they haven't been able to put away teams and win series enough to get into the second round or even third rounds of the playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, let alone the Stanley Cup. Now, look at Alexander Ovechkin. How long has he been on the team? He's been on a team for Washington Capitals for a long while now. And throughout the playoffs, he has never put up the numbers required to win a Stanley Cup. He hasn't been able to deliver on whatever promises he made about winning a Stanley Cup. And looking at the Sochi Olympics, his Russian team got their ass kicked. I mean, there were a couple of games they could have won, but they lost in a shootout to the United States. Russia, they lost to Finland too. And they won a game against maybe the Czech Republic. But, I mean, the US and Finland, those teams, they could have beaten those teams when Ovechkin was on those teams. And even the 2010 Olympic Games, his Russian team could have beat Canada. But they got killed by Canada. So Alexander Ovechkin, he hasn't really done the job for the Washington Capitals, and stripping him of his captain position is, I think, it's a sound move. But Ovechkin, overall, I think he's overrated, and he seems very arrogant, I would say. I was talking to my coworker about this, and he agrees with my point. He agrees that Alexander Ovechkin is arrogant. Now I have to say the same as well, because he hasn't really done much for the Washington Capitals. He scored, in fact, I saw a highlight of him in playing the game against Dallas Stars, and he was skating with this player trying to get to the Dallas Stars player, and he just let the player slip by him and score a goal, or opposition players get by him and score a goal on the Capitals. So I put Alexander Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby on the same boat. They're both overrated. They're both skillful players, but no. I think Alexander Ovechkin's leadership is in question. He hasn't put up the numbers. He's been inconsistent on the ice. And I'll have to say the same thing for his countryman, Malkin. But Malkin I think, is a bit better than Ovechkin. But Alexander Ovechkin is way overrated. You guys have different opinions, but that's just my take on him. That's it for now.